It gives me an immense pleasure to stand before you for this capacity building training program of National Mission on Libraries for Public Librarians as well as some of the academic librarians of Goa State. It is our honor to organize this particular program which has been allocated to us by Rajaram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, Kolkata. And I would like to place my on record that we are very much in debt to RRRL because they have given this program to the Goa University and that to also the library to organize this program. At this juncture, we have with us our Vice Chancellor. Our Vice Chancellor, sir, has been the driving force behind the transformation of Goa University into a hub of academic excellence. Their visionaries leadership has set the institutions on the path of continuous growth and information. Sir's help and coordination is always there with us, and because of that, such types of programs always are conducted by the library, Goa University Library. Recently, we have conducted one NACLIN of Delnet, which is of the 3 days also. And this is another what you call as program which we are conducting it in the this year, that is 2024. Sir, I welcome you, sir, for this program. I also welcome in absentia the director of Rajaram Mohan Roy Foundation, Dr. B.V. Sharma, and Sri Sagun Vedi in their absentia. I also welcome them, and I welcome all the participants who are present over here, without which it won't be possible for us to conduct this program. There are altogether 38 participants from Karnataka and Maharashtra. 32 participants from Karnataka and Maharashtra, and 18 from Goa. Plus we have academic librarians also, that are 15 amongst us. There are 15 participants. I welcome all of you, and I thank the Rajaram Mohan Roy Foundation for giving us this opportunity to conduct this particular program. At this juncture, I would like to just announce that Sir, just now, Sir Dr. B.V. Sharma, the Directorate General of Rajaram Mohan Roy Foundation, Library Foundation. Sir, your tireless efforts has played a pivotal role in supporting and promoting libraries across the nation. Under their guidance, the RRLF has been a beacon of support for the development of libraries and dissemination of knowledge amongst the end users from the public library system across India. I welcome you, sir, for this on this auspicious occasion and for this program. I was supposed to announce that the outstation participants, please see that evening dinner will be served in International Guest House, which will be between 8 to 9:30 p.m. only. After that, no dinner will be served because we have a restriction of time also. Okay, see that you reach wherever you go, you reach there by before 9:30. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Today we gather in the glow of shared aspirations and the spirit of enlightenment for a ceremony that symbolizes the illumination of knowledge, the lamp lighting ceremony. This age-old tradition holds profound significance, transcending cultures and traditions as a universal symbol of wisdom, enlightenment, and pursuit of truth. May I request our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor Harilal Menon, sir, to kindly step forward and initiate the lamp lighting ceremony. I also request Director General Dr. And may the plains of knowledge forever remain our path. It is my distinct honor to introduce our esteemed dignitaries who have graced us with their presence today. Each of them has made invaluable contributions to their respective fields, leaving an indelible mark on academia, arts, and the promotion of libraries. It is my pleasure to introduce the chief guest for today's event, our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor Harilal Menon, sir. Sir has been the driving force behind the transformation of Goa University into a hub of academic excellence. His visionary leadership has set the institution on a path of continuous growth and innovation. As the Vice Chancellor, Sir brings not only a wealth of experience, but also a creative and supportive approach to his leadership. With a remarkable background in marine science and a distinguished career, Sir has seamlessly transitioned into the role of guiding the academic ship of Goa University. Sir has always extended his generous support and encouragement to the faculty, fostering a vibrant academic environment. His innovative vision and leadership style has infused new energy into the university, creating an atmosphere where faculty members feel inspired to explore new avenues of research and teaching. Sir's commitment to excellence has translated into an environment where faculty members feel empowered to push the boundaries of knowledge. His leadership has proven instrumental in creating a thriving academic community where each faculty member feels valued and supported in their pursuit for knowledge. As Vice Chancellor, Sir continues to stir Goa University towards greater heights, leaving an indelible mark of creativity, collaboration, and unwavering support to the faculty. I would like to request Sri Dipanjan Chatterjee, sir, to kindly present the fruit basket as a token of appreciation and gratitude to sir. Thank you, sir. Gracing the occasion, we have with us our special guest, Dr. B.V. Sharma, Director General of the Raja Ram Mohan Roy Library Foundation. Sir's tireless efforts have played a pivotal role in supporting and promoting libraries across the nation. Under his guidance, the RRRLF has been a beacon of support for the development of libraries and the dissemination of knowledge. I request Dr. Sandesh Desai, sir, to kindly present a fruit basket to sir as a token of our appreciation and gratitude. I also request Dr. Sandesh Desai, sir, to present a fruit basket to the project officer of Raja Ram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, Sri Dipanjan Chatterjee, sir. This is the reason behind which we are able to conduct this event. Thank you. I would now request Sri Dipanjan Chatterjee, sir, to present a token of appreciation to Dr. Sandesh Desai, without whose coordination. Thank you, sir. Once again, a warm welcome, a warm thank you to our distinguished guests for gracing this occasion with their presence. May the fruits basket symbolize the sweetness of our collaboration and our shared commitment of knowledge, culture, and community development. Thank you. Following this auspicious moment, we are honored to have our dignitaries share their insights with us. I would now like to take this opportunity to request our special guest, Dr. B.V. Sharma, Director General of Raja Ram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you, madam. A very good morning to all of you. Very distinguished guests on the dais, very enthusiastic participants of the dais, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I should thank the Vice Chancellor for the University and our distinguished guest today Professor Harilal B. Meenan for giving this great opportunity to us to collaborate with Goa University and organize this capacity building program in the best interest of promoting public libraries in the country. And of course, I also thank the other officials of Goa University for equally supporting us along with Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university. Well, I'm not really a library professional to talk much more, greatly about library and all. I have joined as Director and Coastal Survey of India in September, and after having served University of Hyderabad for about 33 years. So I have done teaching and research in anthropology throughout my, say, academic life. Then in October, I was asked to take charge of Raja Ram Mohan Rai Library Foundation by the Ministry of Culture. I was at that time wondering as to why this has been given to me, this particular assignment, because I was new to the Ministry of Culture in one sense, to the government, and also new to the environment. So I was a bit hesitant back then. I thought I should accept this and also learn. My initial response to that was, it's a great opportunity to learn. And I also felt that, yes, let me see how anthropology would benefit from library and how library sciences will get benefited by my anthropology training. Because anthropology is such an interdisciplinary subject that it can connect with any discipline, science, humanities, or social sciences. Well, it's a great opportunity. Let me just say a few words about RRLF, NML, and also my feelings about what is happening to the public library movement in this country briefly. Well, first of all, as many of you are aware here, many of you who are here are aware, Raja Ram Mohan Rai Library Foundation is the nodal agency for promoting public libraries in the country. And as a nodal agency, it receives funds from the central government and also all the state governments and union territories. The fund comes to us and then we again redistribute it. To anthropology students, I would say it is a perfect example of redistribution of services. Reciprocity, redistribution, and market economy are the systems of exchange. Systems of exchange in all communities, and this is a perfect example of redistribution. Well, I will not really go into the many norms associated with how these funds are created and all. I would say that a lot of service has been done, as I have read the files and also have discussed with the previous Director Generals of RRLF and others. Now, I have realized that it is amazing that so much has been done through this particular organization. I have visited quite a few libraries in the last 4 months in the interior areas of many states as well as the state central libraries and all to understand what is happening in the country with regard to public libraries. I have seen how actually public participate in the management of public libraries and also contribute to a knowledge society. After all, libraries are very important for creating a knowledge society. And in India, the governments are committed to creating a knowledge society. And this knowledge society is possible only when we have public libraries, efficiently functioning public libraries in every part of the country, I would say. And this is happening. Raja Ram Mohan Rai Library Foundation has been doing it. We were supporting the libraries, for different programs for augmenting their, say, storage facilities or, for increasing their book collections sometimes increasing their space and many other things. But then we thought that a mission mode of approach is required for promoting public libraries in India, and that's how the national mission has come. Okay. And then as part of this mission, Raja Ram Mohan Rai Library is the nodal agency for this. We have been promoting model libraries in all states, state central libraries, and at least one district library is being supported under these schemes. And an amount of 2 crores is being sanctioned to every state central library, and about 60 to 80 lakhs of rupees to every district library. I am quite happy to inform all of you that already 21 state central libraries and district libraries have been completed utilizing these funds. And another 8 are going to be completed in the next 2-3 months only, and another 16 would be completed by next year or so. This is the progress that we have made. And very soon we would be completing many other libraries, even in parts like Ladakh, Goa, I'm sorry, Daman, Dayu, Lakshadweep. I mean, I'm talking about interior places where facilities for buildings and all are not available, that is Andaman Nicobar Islands and other islands also. I'm happy that we are doing our best to promote the public libraries and are contributing to the emergence of a knowledge society. Well, on the one hand, we are increasing the facilities, more particularly the infrastructural facilities. As today, I had spent almost 2-3 hours, maybe more than 3 hours in the State Central Library, Goa. I am amazed with the facilities. I would consider that this library is a top-class library. This is much, much better than my University of Hyderabad library in terms of technology, in terms of facilities. I had an opportunity to interact with a good number of participants in order to understand why they are coming to this library and how do they think that this library is useful. I have really learned in my 3 hours of conversations with many people there, the staff as well as the users there, as to how a public library can be really useful and what can be done to improve this. On the one hand, Indian culture, Indian value systems, our own understanding, perceptions about what is education and all, one thing which are discouraging people to go to libraries. For example, I would say that strongly somewhere in the mindset, we feel that libraries are meant for students. Those who are in the schools, colleges and universities would use the libraries. And it is meant for them. They only come and sit, read. The other sections, I don't see many senior citizens coming and spending time, reading good number of books. Maybe they would come to a public library in their neighborhood, not to a very specialized library like the Central Library, just to go there and read a few newspapers or a magazine. Because they think that there's nothing more to learn in terms of, Indian adult education program has precisely failed because of this reason. It is meant for students, so why should I be learning at this age? Is the perception that people do not go and attend the classes, even though they are illiterate. I think this is the kind of things which happen in the use of public libraries. But Raja Ram Mohan Rai Library Foundation strives hard to involve people of all sections, of all age groups, of all sexes, both the sexes, to make use of the public libraries. That is why we are encouraging children corners, knowledge corners, senior citizens corners, and corners for separate space arrangements for the differently abled people in town. We are encouraging, we are hoping that these facilities will motivate more and more members of the societies to make use of the public libraries. After all, the research shows that where there is a good network of libraries and where there is good use of libraries, there is also development in the states. In the case of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, where we see this kind of public library network, definitely there is something to do with the progress development. The development indicators do reflect that there is a relationship between the network of public libraries and the progress of the states. And of course, this is again happening, the network of public libraries is also happening because of the state's commitment and also the kind of library act that has been implemented, that is being implemented in different states. Unfortunately, even now some of the states don't have the Libraries Act, but many states have, and some of the states like Goa have given lots of opportunities to have good resources for promoting public libraries in the state because of the cess that is being collected on liquors. And in Telangana, cess is being collected on the taxes earned through the registrations, land registrations, and there also there is a good resource. I think where such planning has been done, such commitment has been shown, there are resources. On the other hand, there are some states where the resources are poor, definitely poor. I've seen libraries where they do not have even a single computer. There is no cadre of libraries in certain states, no cadre of libraries, public library staff in certain states. So there is a lot of variation across the states in the country. I'm hopeful that these things will be addressed and a lot more will be done in the next few years or so that we have a very robust kind of public library system in place, and that many people of all sections come and use the libraries. There is need to understand the demands of the users. There is a need to involve the users in the library management. There is need for, I would say, community participation. Everywhere community participation is required, and community participation is desirable even in the management of public libraries. Okay, more and more use of users in the decisions. For example, book choices. What kinds of books they would like to have? Always good to involve them. It's always good to involve why the computers. Say, for example, in Goa, I have seen about 20-25, more than that. Systems are available, and no one is using them for browsing. A nominal charge of 10 rupees is being collected, but it's not the money which is hindering the use of these resources, but something more than that. I think that's where a lot more planning has to be done to make maximum use of the resources that are available in the public libraries, whichever section it is. Libraries have multiple roles. It's not just giving some books to the people who come there to read with some interest, but they have a role to preserve the books. They have a role to educate the members about why these books are being preserved. For example, the original copies of the Constitution of India are being preserved here, and they are shown to the children. Libraries don't just give the books there, but also they are very important in the heritage education of the country. If we are proud to say that India is very rich, we are not number one in terms of economic power, perhaps we are not number one in military power, but definitely we are number one in terms of our cultural power. It is this which makes all of us feel proud. The country is proud of our culture, the strength of the culture. And if this is what we are feeling, we should be passing on this strength to the future generations. That means that we need to do a lot more in the heritage education to the children. And libraries can only do, and public libraries particularly have an important role to do this, because the academic libraries anyway procure the reference books which are required for research and for higher learning. But public libraries by and large see that the general books are available, and this kind of knowledge is inculcated. Unfortunately, the reading habits are coming down among the children. All of us feel sad about it. Now people are using the gadgets, the smartphones, and they think that everything is available in these gadgets, and so they think that going to the library has no use at all. So this is where I think all of you will definitely help us in the sense that how to inculcate the reading habits among the children. What is that we can do to make them come to the libraries? Library is not just taking a book and reading a book and sitting in one corner of the library. It is something more. It's a feeling of sharing the knowledge also with others and understanding things in a different kind of environment. So I think all of us should strive hard to see that the children come to the libraries and it becomes internalized, their personalities, and they feel like going to the this thing. If supermarkets are attracting the parents by giving certain facilities to the children, supermarkets and others also have a play area for the children. And the children, as long as they play, the parents are actually buying things that there. If supermarkets are attracting the parents, making certain arrangements for the children, why can't the libraries do? It is both the children as well as the parents get benefited through this. I'm quite happy that such innovative ideas are coming in different places. A lot more is being done. I think library research has to reorient itself to a different kind of thing. So how to evaluate things? I think library science, yes, library science is by having the suffix of science, it is more oriented to the positive science methodologies. So I'm sure it has gone to the survey methods more particularly with quantitative methods and all. I don't criticize that, but as an anthropologist who strongly believe in qualitative methodologies and all, I would say that the need of the hour is to have a qualitative research done in the library science field also. I'm not talking something different. Library sciences has borrowed qualitative methodologies, I think early in 1980s, and by 1990s it has become very popular, and today they are being treated as very important methodological tools. I think library science in India has to orient, we move from the simple survey kinds of methods in the research also in order to more comprehensively understand the issues relating to the management of all libraries and more particularly the public libraries. Thank you very much. And once again, I convey my deep gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of Goa University. Sir, we are grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the importance of public libraries, and that too more of the libraries, and sharing your valuable insights and experiences. Thank you very much. Now it is my pleasure to call upon our chief guest, Senior Professor Harilal Menon, sir, Vice Chancellor of Goa University, to kindly share his insights with all of us.
Dr. B.B. Sharma, DG, Rajmohan Roy Library Foundation, Shri Divanjan, Project Officer, my colleague Dr. Sandesh, all other colleagues from various higher education institutions. I understood that from Karnataka, Maharashtra, and of course from Goa. A very warm welcome to all of you. But I feel honored to stand here because national mission for spreading the awareness of library across the country is the need of the hour. In fact, if you look back, independent India started looking in terms of public library with an idea to inculcate the reading habit across all the citizens of the country, so that the meaning of democracy would go, or the meaning of democracy would imbibe in them. But then if you really look at what happens, there were some libraries, those were confined either in the capital cities of the state or in big cities. which means that the accessibility of the people, in fact, in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, the life is in the village, so therefore there was no accessibility, those who are in the village, to this library. And also, in India, if you see that whichever state had given importance or significance to library, those states, as Dr. Sharma rightly said, had come up. Let me narrate one of the examples of myself. As a student of 4th standard, I was taken to a library by my mother. That is a library in a village, I would say. In Kerala, I am saying. In fact, I did not know that what is the objective behind reading various books. In fact, in my name, the membership was taken. I would say that I was in 4th standard. Then, initially she didn't ask anything, but subsequently, after a period of around 6 months also, she started asking me every fortnight. She used to ask me that what is that you learned from this book. And then later on, after every 1 month, in fact, I would say that that training my mother has given has really helped me to become a researcher. Because as a researcher, you should first know, you should have the hypothesis, and on the basis of hypothesis, you will sample, you will have the data. Once you have the data, you analyze the data and then draw science from that. Once you draw science from that, how to write that. Because art of writing is an important component as far as the research activities are concerned. So how do we do that? This was actually learned from here. Let me also tell you the importance of reading has actually, given me a kind of impression. Like when Saturdays or Sundays when I walk through the road, some or other activity, if I am going early in the morning to a temple, I realize that in small teapots, people are just gathered and reading paper. There are 3 to 4 local dailies are there. One is called Madhurabhumi, another is called Malayala Manorama, another is called Deshabhimani. Deshabhimani means Nation Pride. That's the name of the paper. So even if he's a mason, even if he's a carpenter, whatever work he does, he wants to read that and he goes. So that was the kind of, the reading habit imbibed. Therefore, you are always updated with the knowledge. And if you see the library, in fact, library is the hub of, it's not a repository of books. Rather, it's a hub of, it's a treasure of knowledge, where innovation comes into act, research activities come, and now there is one more component, that is the community engagement. And well, if you see, if you compare between the past and now present, you have large, the methodology by which you can actually interact with all the villages. In fact, unless and until you narrow down the gap between the urban and rural population, the state is not going to develop. That is possible only through library. Wherein you have, that 2010 had witnessed spectacular inventions. One is IoT, Internet of Things. And then you have AI, artificial intelligence. Then you have robotics. Then you have drones. But when you look in terms of the library, I tell you, all those who are sitting here, I tell you that AI is going to replace you. Of course, you are all permanent staff, there is no problem. But what I am saying is that those who are working on a contractual basis, I would say that many of the things, AI-based algorithm, once that is there in the robotics, the robot will be able to do that. I can give some examples. In fact, AI has, crossed every facets of life, every aspects of life. When I travel a lot across the world. So when I travel, in fact, Singapore is one of the best, the developed nation. So I go for conferences. 10 years back when I traveled, while coming out of the airport, there were 6 policemen to check my, documents. Ticket, then passport, then, the boarding pass, etc., etc. Last year when I left, I realized that I am being hindered or encountered by only one policeman, that is to check my luggage. So I asked myself what happened to remaining 5 policemen. Then the answer is that they have been replaced by AI-based algorithm. Imagine that when this is only one case, likewise you have lakhs of airports in the world. So what happened to these policemen? How many people are going to lose jobs? Therefore, what is necessary is that you have to reskill and upskill the existing library staff, like in the case of airport. Because AI has already, you are going to have a driverless car. I have seen a driverless car in Germany when I went in September. We are going to have a captainless ship. We are going to have a pilotless aircraft. All those things are going to happen. So therefore, the existing workforce has to be reskilled. That is what the national mission, the objective of the national mission, because you should be well equipped. The people who are working in this library system should be well equipped so that any challenges you will have in future, because the basic, the objective of yours is that disseminate knowledge to the people who are there. In fact, I have an objective that, Goa being a very small state, the Goa University should be accessible to across the state of Goa. We are doing that. Two things we are doing. One is that computational facility that is for across all the state of Goa, and then this. And we are also starting a research park, where in the research park we will have, the incubator for bio, IT, and health incubators. So for all those things, we have to have a system which disseminates knowledge. That is where the library. In fact, Sandesh is really doing a good job. I would say that Goa University has given lots of importance to library. In fact, best example is that if you go to the library building itself, you can see that's the tallest and the biggest building on campus. But now, of course, it is replaced by a chemistry building. And also, let me tell you, after I took over as the vice chancellor, the first thing I did was that appoint him as the librarian because that post was vacant. So that was the kind of importance Goa University has already given. And I have nothing else to add. Rather, you are. In fact, I would say that there are many from Karnataka, from Maharashtra, from other states who are not getting this opportunity to be here. I asked, this Divanjan that do you have any hands-on experiments? He said yes, because without that you won't be able to do anything, because technology should be known to you. So those people who are still in the library field, they could not get this kind of a training. I think you should act as the master trainers and see to it that you train them so that the message goes everywhere. So that we would be able to actually, because it is only through library and all this system you can develop a state, you can actually thinking process or the people can come up. So with these few words, I wish you all, in fact, let us see that we empower all our future generation so that we will have a completely, in fact, you know that what the central government is doing. They are trying their best to see that the country is becoming a developed nation. So for that, whatever contribution we can give, let us do that. With these few words, once again I thank you, and also let me express my gratitude to Dr. Sharma and then all those stakeholders who have worked behind this to make this happen today. And of course, Professor Sandesh Desai also. I express my gratitude for doing this. And whatever help you can do or whatever you want from Goa University side, we will extend. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable experiences and insights and the very innovative future plans for the state of Goa. And also a very big thank you for always supporting us in all the endeavors. Now it is time to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries. I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to kindly present a memento to the Director General, Dr. B.B. Sharma. Director General Dr. B.B. Sharma, sir, to kindly present a memento to our Vice Chancellor, sir, Senior Professor Harilal Menon.
Thank you very much.
I would now request our Goa University Librarian Dr. Sandesh Desai, sir, to kindly present a memento to Project Officer Mr. Dipanjan Chatterjee. And I would request Project Officer Mr. Dipanjan Chatterjee to kindly present a memento to our Goa University Librarian Dr. Sandesh Desai sir. Thank you very much. And as we now transition from the inaugural function to the first session of the day, it is my honor to invite Shri Dipanjan Chatterjee, Project Officer RRR LF, to kindly present the vote of thanks for the inaugural function.